friendship that'll never ever end.
Run!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Reaction Beanie, yo, 750. What? Tighten that neighborhood, my brothers and sisters. It is finally that time once again, my friends, when we get to let out our inner geek. Because we're going back to who? AJ from the Y Files. Back to the Y Files, y'all. And the title of the video is Stripped. When Earth's shield fails, the dead will rise. The plasma apocalypse. Now I wonder what the hell AJ mean by Earth shield, man. You know what I'm saying? Is he talking about the atmosphere or something else? And then I just got this vibe, y'all, that this is like an alternate universe of The Walking Dead that we're about to get into or something, man. But I don't know. But we're about to see. But before we see, Bean Team, y'all know what y'all got to do. Get whatever you may need. Get what you need, please. We're back to AJ from the Y Files. Y'all got what y'all need. Y'all ready to go? Then let's go.
This episode of the Y Files is brought to you by PDS Debt. In 1989, a solar storm hit Quebec. The storm only lasted a few hours, but it knocked out power for 9 million people. And this was a blessing. Without the Earth's magnetic field, the damage would have been much worse. Our magnetic field protects us. It's been our shield for billions of years, stopping deadly radiation and keeping our planet survivable. But that shield isn't perfect, and sometimes it fails. Scientists recently found proof inside an old stalagmite from a cave in China. Earth's magnetic field can flip, not slowly over thousands of years, fast, sometimes in just 100 years. The last big flip happened 780,000 years ago, and we're overdue for a big one. But smaller shifts, they happen much more often. When the field flips, the shield weakens to about 10% strength. When that happens, our defenses fail quickly. Solar radiation hits the surface. Plasma from the sun floods the atmosphere. Our magnetic field is weakening right now. It's already 10% weaker since the 1800s. Over the South Atlantic, satellites have been disabled, and the North Magnetic Pole is moving 34 miles a year towards Siberia and moving faster every year. Something is happening. Our ancestors have legends about the last magnetic flip and danger from the sun. The stories are terrifying. They knew this was a cycle. They left warnings for future generations carved in stone. But those warnings are being ignored. Maybe we should start paying attention, because the cycle is about to repeat.
Get whatever you may need. Man, listen, y'all. Listening to AJ right there, it just really made me just think about, and I know he going to his commercial. Shout out to Hecklefish. But you know how AJ get me to thinking, man, and just make me think about how many ways, like, the earth is vulnerable. Like, how many different things that could happen that could end the freaking earth at any time. Just talking about the magnetic field or the freaking sun or whatever, man. Like, dude, this itch could just be over with without warning. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be a crazy one, y'all. We are back to AJ from the Y Files. Shout out to Hecklefish one more time. Let me take it back. Let's go.
Solar weather can be calm or chaotic. It's a cycle. The Earth's magnetic field is stable, then it flips. It's also a cycle. The danger isn't so much the flip of the poles, it's the time in between. When the poles flip, the Earth's magnetic field becomes twisted and tangled and very weak. That leaves us vulnerable to solar weather. In 1921, a big solar storm hit Earth. Telegraph stations caught fire, railroad equipment melted, the sky turned deep red as far south as Texas, and that happened with our magnetic shield at full strength. Imagine that same storm hitting today with our weakened field. The damage would be huge. Plasma could fry every electronic device on Earth. Phones, TVs, computers, the entire internet, gone. Communities would be cut off. Power grids would fail. Modern life then breaks down in minutes. Think about New York City, Chicago, Beijing in total darkness for weeks. Chaos is an understatement.
Yes, chaos is a freaking understatement. If that ish was to happen in all the freaking cities, and let's just say the United States, just keep it in the United States, was to lose power, and then he said for days or weeks, man, the freaking world will go crazy. The United States will go crazy, Bean Team. It will literally be a purge out here. It will literally be just like the movies, or even freaking worse. Like seriously, man, in a lot of different ways. No way to communicate. People just breaking and entering and just doing what they want to. It's always dark. You know what I'm saying? Unless the sun out. That would be some crazy ass ish. This video kind of scaring me a little bit, man. Let's keep going though. I'm enjoying it.
That was 1921. September 1859 was worse. The Carrington event. Telegraph operators got shocked from their own machines. Sparks flew everywhere. Paper caught fire. The northern lights moved so far south, they were seen in Cuba. People woke up at 2 a.m. and birds started singing. They thought it was morning. The sky was bright enough to read a newspaper outside. Frederick Drew was in Kashmir, India. He wrote in his journal, quote, "The whole northern hemisphere was as light as though the sun was beginning to rise." He described the sky, all crimson, a most vivid blood red color. Drew wasn't a scientist, he just wrote what he saw. Ships at sea were lost. Compasses spun wildly, useless. Sailors saw the ocean glow a strange blue-green light. This wasn't sunlight. It wasn't the ocean. It was plasma, pure energy from space, slipping through our weak magnetic shield. Scientists found proof of an even bigger event. 1770. Captain James Cook saw it near Indonesia. Chinese astronomers recorded a massive sunspot, twice the size of any seen before. Auroras lasted 9 straight days. Ancient myths talk about this. In Norse legend, Ragnarok, the sky opens, fire giants pour through. The Hopi, Maya, and other native people have similar stories of fire raining from the sky. These legends come from different cultures, different continents, but they all describe the same thing. The sky turns to fire, strange things appear, reality breaks down. Our ancestors weren't surprised by these events. They had warning systems, more advanced than we thought. Systems may be still working today. They knew the signs and carved them into stone, and we're seeing those signs right now. The ancients were prepared. They built monuments that we thought were for worship, but they were actually for protection.
I still really wonder to this day why and how these Egyptians built them damn pyramids, Bean Team. Like how way back then did they do that? Like the whole structure, y'all know, man, how perfectly carved they are, so to speak, man. Like how in the freak did they do that way back then? And then it's like, why? And it's like, okay, I understand the fact that, okay, it was a burial for their different kings, like King Tut or whoever, you know what I'm saying? I understand that part, but dude, just the amount of people it took to do that just for that, nah, I think it's more to it than that. Man, I'm just gonna throw this theory out here, and I'm just saying, man, I ain't saying I 100% believe it, but I kind of do. Hey, I think aliens freaking helped them build them pyramids back then, Bean Team. We don't know if aliens was freaking visiting back then, man. Seriously, we ain't have no goddamn cameras or no goddamn audio recording devices. I'm just saying, let's go.
The ancients knew about the violent solar cycle. They built monuments and used rituals for protection. Look at winter solstice traditions. Almost every major culture has one. They all involve keeping a flame burning through the darkest days. The Yule log, the Festival of Lights, the Christmas candle. These weren't just celebrations, they were ancient protection rituals. Ancient Egyptians celebrated the Demon Days, a 5-day festival during the darkest time of year. They believed this is when the dark spirits could enter our world. Their protection? Keep flames burning constantly. Roman Saturnalia, Celtic winter solstice, Chinese Dongji festival, all featured continuous flames, light during the darkest days. The Persian Shab-e Yalda festival celebrated light over darkness by keeping candles burning all night long. And here's what's interesting. These rituals match periods of high solar activity and weakened magnetic fields. Ice core samples show proof of major solar events that line up with the timing of these ancient festivals. These cultures had no contact, yet they all shared the same fear, obsessed with keeping flames burning, and at the exact same time of year. They remembered something we forgot, something ancient, something dangerous. The Department of Defense knows what's coming. They have plans for the aftermath. The plasma hits, electronics stop, air pressure drops, people bleed from their ears, from their nose, and then creatures appear. The government calls them Phanazoids, beings from another dimension. They slip through when reality weakens. They look like microscopic life blown up to a massive size. Think tardigrade the size of a building. This isn't science fiction. The DoD has Conplan 8888. It details different scenarios. When the magnetic field collapses, they expect temporary reanimation of recently deceased organic matter. In other words, zombies. The military has a guide on how to survive a zombie apocalypse, and most people think it's a joke. But the first line of the program, quote, "This plan was not actually designed as a joke." Former Marine Sergeant Jim Sparks says he was part of a classified exercise in 2009, codenamed Broken Mirror. It simulated a massive solar flare, triggering electromagnetic anomalies worldwide. Sparks says his unit trained to contain biological entities of unknown origin, entities appearing during the event. A declassified CIA document from 1976 is titled Electromagnetic Effects on Human Tissue. It discusses plasma's strange properties. The report says plasma can show almost intelligent behavior under certain conditions and appear to respond to consciousness. 3 pages are still classified. The Russians studied this since the 1950s. Their name for Phanazoids? Plasma ghosts. Soviet scientists believed these things were always here, but only visible during geomagnetic events. Many governments fear that if plasma makes it to the surface, it will look for organic vessels. And Earth has millions of organic vessels capable of using electricity all over the world. They're called human corpses. The ancient Egyptians seem to understand this energy. Researchers at Cairo University found that ancient Egyptian mummies have high levels of conductive metals, copper, gold, special salts. These materials form pathways through the bodies. This wasn't just symbolism, this was circuitry. So many governments of the world, including our own, fear that our weakening shield means the next storm won't just turn off the lights, it could turn on the dead.
This is such a crazy, I don't know if you want to call it theory or just conspiracy or whatever, Bean Team. Like, seriously, can you imagine that? Like, just something from outer space, the plasma, the whatever, can literally, like, there could be a world event that happened that really, like, literally bring people back from the freaking dead. That would be the most craziest ish ever. I was about to say something even crazier than that, but I'm gonna keep that to myself, man. But can you imagine that, y'all? And just the way AJ laying everything out, man, is like there's freaking evidence of these people doing the research and having these patents or these documentations about this and that. So you know what I'm saying? And make you believe it's even more real or possible. And then one more thing I just want to throw out there. It's crazy how all those different religions was having like basically the same type of festival or ritual. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of how pretty much every religion or major religion in the world that dates back to the days before, they all got a story about the flood. You know what I'm saying? Noah's Ark. And Christian, that's that story. But it's other religion that got that same type of story about a huge flood over the earth, which leads me to believe that it did happen back in the day. And it's the same thing with the festival that they got going on with the plasmas ish. Like, you get what I'm saying, BT? My eyes all big. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But like I said, I'm loving it. Good to be back to the Wi-Fi, y'all. Let's keep going.
The ancients knew about plasma. They didn't just light candles, they built structures, massive structures, to channel the energy, or maybe contain it. The Nazca lines in Peru, massive drawings on the ground, you can only see them from high in the air. Some scientists think these patterns might be landing strips to attract plasma energy, channel it during geomagnetic events. The desert floor there conducts electricity well, an ideal material for plasma interaction. Giant stone structures like Stonehenge, the pyramids, sites across South America, they all share key electrical properties. They sit on limestone bedrock. Limestone conducts electricity. Many of these structures contain quartz. Quartz creates electrical charges under pressure. Their positions around the globe create a vast network, almost like a planetary circuit. After the Apollo missions ended, we pulled our space programs back. So why, in the past few years, is there sudden urgency to go to deep space? It makes sense if you're worried about the plasma apocalypse. They're not trying to reach other planets, they're trying to escape this one. We're already seeing the warning signs. Strange sounds in the sky, like massive sheets of ice cracking. People call them sky trumpets or atmospheric groans, documented in over 40 countries. They happen most often in areas with unusual geomagnetic activity. The magnetic pole races towards Siberia, faster than ever recorded. The South Atlantic anomaly is growing larger. Our electrical grid is weaker than ever. And the sun? It's entering a period of high activity. The storm is coming, and we are not prepared. We built our world on technology. That technology makes us feel powerful, but it's actually made us more vulnerable.
Yes.
It's just a matter of time before technology betrays us. And let's see how long our great civilization lasts once the lights go out.
AJ ain't freaking lying, y'all. Like, we as just a human society as a whole rely on technology, like just as a whole. You know what I'm saying, man? Without freaking technology, I really do think humans will go extinct around this mother. It goes back to what I was saying. If imagine that we lose all the power in all the cities across the United States, it'll just make people feel like they ain't got nothing else, and it'll make people start going crazy. And then before you know it, you'll start hearing gunshots and all type of ish going on outside. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, and AJ threw another little slick line in there too, and I know what he talking about. When I can't remember exactly what he said, but he basically was insinuating about freaking AI and how all this technology that we doing one day is gonna come back to bite us in the you know what, because that damn technology gonna get smarter than us. But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Let's keep going.
The plasma apocalypse is something that really scares me. But Thanazoids, zombies, ancient warnings carved in stone. Let's separate facts from the fiction. Earth's magnetic field is weakening. The North Magnetic Pole is shifting faster than before. That's confirmed. Scientists measure it. Since the 1800s, the field strength dropped about 10%. The European Space Agency's swarm satellites track these changes. It's real. The South Atlantic anomaly is real. It fluctuates, but it's steadily growing larger. It's not just causing problems with satellites either. It's affecting X-ray equipment on the surface.
Wow.
The big solar storms? Those are real too. The Carrington event in 1859 happened. Telegraph systems failed. Operators got electrocuted. Auroras were seen near the equator. That's documented history. The 1921 storm, also real. Caused fires everywhere, disrupted communication. Could a storm like Carrington hit us today? Yes. Solar scientists all agree. NASA, NOAA, FEMA, they all know it's possible. A big coronal mass ejection, or CME, aimed at Earth could knock out power grids for weeks, maybe months. Our modern world depends on electricity. Losing it would be bad, very bad, and this is a real worry. But what about the other stuff? Interdimensional beings, phanazoids? There's no scientific proof for any of that. Conplan 8888? That's a real military document, but it was a training exercise. The military uses unrealistic scenarios for training all the time, so they don't get mistaken for actual plans. The document says it uses fictional zombies as a teaching tool, not because the Pentagon expects zombies, allegedly. But it's a pretty interesting document and really detailed. It's kind of suspicious, actually, so we're going to do a whole episode on that. Ancient solstice festivals, they do share themes, light, fire burning continuously, but experts usually link this to seasons. Shorter days, colder weather, makes sense to focus on fire and light. There's no direct proof connecting these festivals specifically to plasma events or magnetic field shifts. It's an interesting idea, but just an idea so far. But this threat is real. A major solar storm hitting a weakened magnetic field that could cause blackouts and communication failures for a long time. We need to prepare, and I'm worried we're moving too slowly. We see ourselves as masters of this planet. We split the atom, mapped our DNA, connected every corner of the world. Yet one solar hiccup could end it all. Our ancestors understood their place in this cosmic arrangement. They didn't try to conquer nature. They respected its cycles, built their lives around its rhythms, watched for its warnings. We've lost that humility. The ancients left us instructions for survival. We would be wise to learn from them. If we don't and a major plasma storm hits, the sun will deliver a cruel irony. A planet covered with warnings carved in stone, but nobody alive to read them.
That was a great freaking video from AJ, y'all. Seriously, I really enjoyed that one, man. And he was spitting a lot of facts, y'all. And I've been saying it too, man. Like, seriously, if something like that was to freaking happen, man, listen. Seriously, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be pretty, Bean Team. It'll be very freaking ugly if plasma or the sun or whatever was to knock out our freaking electricity, or even worse, knock out all technology. Like, I'm just thinking about the ins and outs of how bad that could be. Like, seriously, man. And also, as far as like the festival thing, AJ said, now, you know what I'm saying? He said that it ain't confirmed and it may be tied to like weather, you know, just a common thing. But I'm just saying it also probably ain't no coincidence either. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, because he also denied something else, y'all, where he disproved about the freaking training courses from the government or the military, and they be doing like the Operation The Walking Dead zombie what if, and they just saying they just do it as a practice. I don't know, man. They might not be doing it as a practice, Bean Team. Like, this one right here got my mind thinking about a whole bunch of stuff, and it making me like, what is real, what's not real. Now, AJ did confirm some stuff as far as like those incidents, those solar storms, they actually did happen. And all I'm saying is they could happen today. And like he said, we should be paying attention to the fact that our magnetic fields are weaker than they were back then. And what if the solar storm be even worse now? You know what I'm saying? And that goes to the last thing, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. It goes into the fact where he said that he feel like we ain't getting prepared for it enough now. You know what I'm saying? And how our ancestors of yesteryear, it just really do. And I think y'all agree with me on this. It do just feel like humans as a whole, compared to way back then in Egyptian times or caveman times, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say even the 1600s or whatever. Compared to 2025, we have lost a lot of freaking humility. You know what I'm saying? As far as like just living on the earth. I felt like humans back then appreciated the earth and just respected the earth and was scared of the earth more than we are today. You know what I'm saying, man? It just feel like now humans just trying to control the earth as much as they could. I'll just say this real quick, Bean Team, and I'm really gonna let y'all go. This the best way I really can explain it. I honestly believe that if humans had the power to, let's just say every country, you know what I'm saying, they actually had the power to control the weather just for their country so they can make it rain, snow, get hot, get cold, whenever they feel like it over their country. If they had the power to, I really think they would do it. You know what I'm saying, man? And that just really shows you how much that I think humans nowadays is actually just trying to control freaking everything. And I digress. I'm gonna go let y'all go, Big Team. As you can see, I can talk on and on about this one. It was a great video from AJ. I know it sounds like I done been talking a little crazy, but hey, this be that time of the week when we let our inner geek, and I enjoyed myself. I appreciate y'all coming on back as always. And before you leave, just please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and do all that if you ain't did that yet. And remember this: love, peace, and happiness. Stay safe. Don't stop. Keep going. Yeah.
If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Run!